Most languages have some way of specifying nouns. In English, we do this with the word the. In Hebrew, the is not a word, but is just one letter. Grammatically, we refer to it as the definite article. And it looks like this in Hebrew. The letter He, with a patach underneath it, followed by a doubling dagesh attached to the front of whatever noun it is specifying. So this noun here, melech, means a king. But when we add the definite article to it, it becomes ha-melech, and we translate it the king. Here's another example. Davar means a word. But when we add the definite article, it's no longer any word, it's the word. Also, because of the doubling dagesh here, we need to make sure that we pronounce the front letter twice. So it's had-davar, had-davar, and ham-melech, ham-melech. Yet it's important to note that some Hebrew letters refuse to take a doubling dagesh, particularly the guttural letters aleph, ayin, and resh. So when we come across a noun that starts with one of these letters, like the noun aretz, for example, when we add the definite article, the aleph here, because it's a guttural letter, will reject the dagesh. But it still needs to go somewhere. So what ends up happening is that the dagesh falls backward into the preceding vowel and causes the patach, which is a short A-sounding vowel, to lengthen into a kametz, which is a longer A-sounding vowel. This is called compensatory lengthening. For the patach lengthens in order to compensate for the guttural aleph not being able to take the doubling dagesh. Here's another example. The noun rosh means head or top. But when we add the definite article, the resh won't accept the dagesh, and so the dagesh falls back and lengthens the patach to a kametz. Harosh. Something else to notice is what happens when a word starts with the guttural letters he and chet. These letters also refuse to take a dagesh. So if we have a word like chalom, which means a dream, and we add the definite article to it, making it the dream, the dagesh will refuse to go into the chet. However, compensatory lengthening does not occur here. Instead, the dagesh simply goes away, and the patach remains as it is. This is called implicit doubling. Because he and chet already make an H sound, the definite article kind of pretends that it's already doubled, even without the dagesh. Some people refer to implicit doubling as honorary doubling, because it helps make that association with nouns that start with an H sound, chet and he. Honorary doubling. Less frequently, you might come across a definite article that has a sagol underneath it, like this word here, heharim. This happens whenever the definite article is attached to a noun that begins with a guttural and a kametz. But this is much less frequent than the other forms of the definite article. What's important to remember is that the definite article at its most basic form is a he with an A-class vowel and a doubling dagesh.